celebrating 28 years so far of teaching Photoshop. Here's Dave Cross with another in his series of 28 Photoshop tips.
This is tip number 4. I'm Dave Cross. I want to share with you an important tip. I use this all the time, so I'm a big believer in working non-destructively, which means I almost always use adjustment layers instead of the regular adjustment found under the image adjustment menu. Unfortunately, all the keyboard shortcuts are for the very destructive levels, curves, etc. So here's how you can change that. All we need to do is go into our edit menu right down towards the bottom. You'll see there's an option to edit the keyboard shortcuts. And all we need to do is go and find adjustment layers. So we go under layer, and then we just keep scrolling down and down and down and down. There's new adjustment layer. So for example, let's talk about levels. So I'm going to go in here and press the regular keyboard shortcut, which is Command or Control L. When I do that, it's going to warn me it's already in use and be removed from image adjustments levels. And I'm going to say, yes, I will accept that, because what I want to have happen, instead of when you normally press Command or Control L, it would apply levels directly. Now when I do it, it says, what would you like to call your new adjustment layer? And I'll just click OK, and you see now I have my adjustment layer. So I'm still using the familiar shortcut, but instead of giving me layer 1, 2, 3, but instead of opening levels, which is destructively editing my file, this one is opening levels as an adjustment layer. Now you will notice one thing, and that is when you press the shortcut, it's asking me to name it, which I hardly ever do. So frankly, I got in the habit of doing this, Command and Control L, OK. So I'm just pressing Command and Control L for the shortcut to open the adjustment layer, and then OK to open the dialog box. And of course, you can do that with all the adjustment layers you use all the time, like curves and hue saturation, whatever you want, to make sure you're doing the adjustment layer version rather than the destructive version you get under image adjustments. In case you hadn't already figured out, yes, you can change the keyboard shortcuts for just about anything. So for example, as a little bonus here, I wish there was a keyboard shortcut for a layer mask. So if I come down here, you see I've already made it. Shift Command L or Shift Control L is my custom keyboard shortcut, which means anytime I want to add a layer mask, I just press Command Shift L or Control Shift L, and I've got a layer mask added just like that. So yes, customizing your keyboard shortcuts is a great time saver, in part because it's a lot easier to remember keyboard shortcuts that you have made rather than remember ones that someone else allocated. So look into it. I think you'll find it's a great time saver. So there you have it for today's tip. Tune in again for another quick Photoshop tip.